Hi, good morning. Today I'll be discussing about the Seiko Prospex SBDC029 titanium diver's watch, nicknamed the Shogun. Now, before I go straight into the review, let's go on the specifications of this watch. We'll start with the dimension. Now, the SBDC029 Shogun, it has a watch casing that measures 44mm wide, if we exclude the crown in the calculation. Its lug width is 22mm and it has a lug-to-lug length of about 50.75mm. Its height, as you can see here, is about 13.3mm tall. Now here you see it with the titanium bracelet, which comes with a diver's extension, but it also comes with a standard Seiko rubber strap in the package itself. So it comes with two types of straps, the one that you see here as well as a rubber one as a spare. Now, because it's a titanium made watch, from a weight perspective, it is just 113 grams with the bracelet. This watch was released by Seiko in 2015 as a replacement to the iconic SBDC007, which made its debut in 2009. Now, from what I can see from the previous model to this particular model, the only changes has been rather superficial, such as the logo, as you can see here, with the X Prospex logo and on the dial, as well as some words which is slightly different than what you see in the original 007. The major change I could see is the upgraded LumiBrite paint, which is even more brighter than what it was. Unfortunately, one of the grouses that most collectors or fans of Seiko would always highlight is the fact that they continue to use hard legs as the crystal to cover the dial. Sorry. Now, since this is one of the most sought after piece, yes, it is a tool watch, but quite a number or vast majority of people who buy this watch use it purely to wear a normal office setting. And one of the things which they love to see, if possible, Seiko uses sapphire crystal. Unfortunately, for this latest iteration, Seiko continued with the hard legs. As you can see here, it's domed, which is rather nice, but still, it's still a hard legs. Well, I do have the SBDC003 Sumo, and compared to the Sumo and the Shogun, one of the things that you will notice immediately is the location of the crown. The crown is more traditionally placed at the 3 o'clock position. The date takes over the 3 o'clock marker, hour marker, and there are quite a number of texts on the dial. As you can see here, there's the word automatic, as well as the word DIVER'S and 200-meter, which sort of gives this capability when it comes to diving. The bezel is a 120 click full rotational unidirectional mechanism, which is painted upon. Now, if you can see from the video here, the paint on the bezel in itself looks very, very professionally done, very precise. The first impression that one would just imagine when looking at it is that this is ceramic. It is not. It is just painted across. One other thing that also shows you that this is a very tool watch, you can see the pass-through lug holes here, which facilitate ease of strap replacement. Instead of actually going through the back, you can actually just take a rather thin sharp object and poke it here, and you will be able to access the lug pins. The crown is a screwed down crown, which is expected of a diver's watch, and you can see that there's a nice S symbol which is etched on the surface of the crown. The bracelet itself is very well designed. In fact, if you can hear, you can't even hear any shaking whatsoever. It is tightly fitted, and it comes with a diver's extension here, which you can see just under my finger. Titanium, the material choice for a good diver's watch, because if you do use this to swim in a salt water environment, it doesn't react to titanium. Salt doesn't react to titanium. So in that sense, this is one of the you know that this is done specifically for a true diver. Now, one other item that is a bit unfortunate when it comes to titanium is the fact that yes, it is light, but it is also easily scratchable. Now, how Seiko try to eliminate that possibility is that they have this special material which they coat the titanium. It's called diver shield. Now, this is something like a diamond-like lacquered, not so lacquered, but it's a chemical that is actually coated upon the titanium, which protects it from being scratched. So as you can see, despite the fact that I have this watch for quite some time now, you don't see any scratches, despite the fact that I do occasionally hit it against doorways and all that jazz. Now, the conventional styling of the watch makes it well suited for any occasion. You can use it, as I said, as a diver's watch, but you could also use it in a formal occasion as well as wearing a suit. It looks rather handsome on a wrist. You can see the markers on the dial are thick. The amount of lumed paint on the hands as well as on the markers is substantial, and so this watch, if it has a good absorption of light from any light source, should be able to shoot it out in the dark, and you'll be able to see those markers and those hands quite some time in the dark. Now, compared to the predecessor, the SBDC007, there are some changes to the text and logo on the dial which I highlighted earlier. Now, both have 5 lines of text and logo. The brand, which is located on the top half of the watch, remains the same. However, the second, third and fourth lines are different. For the SBDC029, one will find the Prospex logo, the words automatic, divers 200 meter, instead of the words automatic, scuba and 200 meters on the dial of the original SBDC007. The final line, which is at the edge of the dial and in microfont, has the manufacturing reference coding for the model. In many write-ups, a lot of reviewers have negatively commented on the decisions to put the Prospex logo on the dial. I think this disapproving view is unplaced. For a manufacturer, it is important to have his logo on his product as a form of branding. It is very often that one should find a watch without any form of branding. I suspect people have equated the brand Seiko as a logo in itself. In reality, it is not the logo. If you look closely at Seiko watches over the years, you will see a number of interesting logos, such as the double triangle or lightning bolt of Daini, which represents the Seiko instruments, the swirl of Suwa, which represents Seiko Epson, and the famous 5 for the Seiko 5 series, and many more. Therefore, it does make sense for Seiko to put the Prospex logo on the dial. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, the case back is solid and this is screwed down. There's all the information around the peripheral, and in the middle of it you can see the famous tsunami logo, which is synonymous with the Seiko dive watches. What powers this watch, which is under this case back, is the 6R15 engine. This particular caliber, which was introduced in 2006, is the high spec derivative of the Seiko 7S26. The 6R15 is an automatic movement operating at 21,600 beats per hour or 3 Hertz with hacking and hand winding capability. 23 joules and its power reserve is 50 hours through a Spron 510 main springs. Experience at just 113 grams inclusive of the bracelet. Now it feels very light on the wrist, and if you're the sort of person who likes to wear heavy watches, you may find this watch quite disconcerting due to the lack of weight. Now visually the watch has a balanced design, and this appeals to me. With the ground located exactly east of the watch, it is quite symmetrical, and I love it, symmetrical stuff. Now the styling itself makes it also very versatile to wear. As I said, it's an evergreen attraction to the classic Submariner type design, and it's not but too bulky, and you can wear it with a suit and as well as formal setting. Overall, in conclusion, I like this watch.